I'm not going to lie. Aura is tired.
Cassie's also tired, but Cassie's got a lot of energy, even though Cassie's tired.
See, that's the difference between me and you. When Cassie is tired, then Cassie brings energy.
Because you have to. No. Energy.
Energy. Exactly. That's what was in my head. But see, when Aura is tired, she's just like, well.
Yeah, it's true. When Cassie's really tired, she just straight up shuts down. Like,
that's
just
true.
A robot just powers down. You will get nothing more out of me.
But hi, friends, and welcome to Leave Me Alone. I'm working on it. I'm Aura.
And I'm
This
Cassie.
is Cassie. We're very happy to be here.
Excited to be here.
Tired or not.
I love the red you're wearing today.
You do?
It's popping.
I know.
I love it.
Popping. My mom... Popping from Chicago. That's what that is. The musical. Because you said that, I was like, I know this thing.
Is so
we love
good.
Chicago.
It's one of the ones I've yet to watch live.
Same.
I haven't watched Chicago
And they
live.
came to Dubai. And I was just like, you weren't here then. And I was just like, I'm going to go by myself. And then I didn't go. I should. See, this thing we say about going places alone. Yeah. Because I missed it. I missed it. So the other day, I saw this thing on a website.
Yeah.
It's called shethepeople.tv. And it just kind of made sense to me. Mm-hmm. So apparently there was a study or a research conducted by researchers in Spain. I cannot validate any of this. I read this thing online. Just disclaimer.
Okay.
And it said that women generally feel more guilt and feel it more intensely than men do, especially middle-aged women. And then the research further reveals that women are socially conditioned by various factors in society to feel habitual guilt. And let me tell you, that drew me up short because I'm just like, so wait, are we just walking around just feeling guilty about everything?
Absolutely everything.
And I'm not going to lie, I've got a lot of things I'm feeling guilty about.
Me too. Absolutely.
A lot of things I am feeling guilty about. And some of them don't even make sense. Some of them logically don't make sense. And so when you and I started talking about this, we saw something and then we were just like, girl, I don't think you should take that on.
Oh, yeah.
That just solidified into...
No, it was in our December time somewhere.
It probably was.
And you were explaining something. I cannot remember what it was, but I remember looking at you and just thinking... I just feel like you're taking on too much. Just let this thing go.
I don't think you should take that on.
You don't need to take this on. You don't need to take this on.
And I can't remember what... I do remember this. It was a bit heavy. I had lost a loved one, and I remember explaining to you that there is a culture and a tradition in Yoruba land where... I always just knew the tradition. I didn't know the why, which goes back to us saying, ask why. The culture and the tradition is just that if a younger person dies, the older people do not go to the funeral.
Yeah, you explained this to me, and I was just like, it's
and you
so
were like,
interesting.
why? And I was just like, because, what I had been told was just that it's supposed to be the other way around. Like, we're not supposed to be burying you. You, the younger person, should be burying us. And your first reaction was like, Black people take on so much. I don't think we should take this on.
I just don't think we should take that. That's so hectic. Imagine.
That's actually true.
And I mean, thinking about your situation as well. Like, it was just so tough and it was so hard for so many members of your family.
Yeah.
And now we must go to the funeral, but now tradition says I can't go and be part of this just because they were younger than me. Let me grieve.
I mean, fine, fair. You can grieve, but later
Don't take that on.
when I asked questions, I was like, but this thing is ridiculous. I'm just like, allow them to go grieve and to pay their last respects or whatever. And then I think it was my mom who was saying to me that she'd also just been asking questions about this thing. And part of why they say it is just that it's not even just, it became tradition. But like the origin, I've been told now, is basically that it's so heartbreaking for these older people because now you're burying someone who's younger than you. Sorry, guys, this went really dark, really quick. But the story there is, it was supposed to be like, don't go break down at the funeral because we don't know if you can handle it. We don't know if your heart can take it. So let's keep you away to protect you. that was actually, well, this is what my mom says, is where it started, and then it just went from there and became tradition. It became taboo for you to go. But actually the origin was good intentions.
I feel like the origin of most things is good intentions.
Yes.
That have been perverted. But okay.
That makes sense now, doesn't it? I didn't know that either.
That does make a lot of sense.
Yeah.
It does make a lot of sense.
Yeah. So in my readings, I kind of just like went down the rabbit hole after reading this thing.
Yeah.
This guilt thing.
You must send me the link for this thing.
I will send you this link. And then I was reading stories just on the internet in general about women and their guilt. And friend, let me tell you, there's a lot of things that we're taking on that I really don't think you should take on.
Some things we just need to straight up put down.
So I was like on this thread on was it Reddit? I don't even remember where, because I opened so many sites. I'm not gonna lie. Rabbit hole. And these women were basically like the topic of the conversation had been about not wanting to have kids, and so it was. I think it was called guilt for being child free.
Oh, okay.
And there were these two women, and their stories were kind of like at the top that I read first. And this first woman said that her headline was just hectic. She said that she feels guilty for not having kids, because as far as she knows, she's got a functioning uterus and now she's just wasting it. Like, it's working. I'm supposed to use it. I'm not using it because I don't want to have a baby.
I feel guilty.
And so now I feel like shit, because there's women who are having trouble. And I'm just like,
I find this, I don't even know what to say. I want to give this woman a hug. Wherever she is in the world, can I just hug you and say, it's okay. Like, choose peace for yourself. Why are you taking this on?
The second woman, similar story. She said she felt less like an adult and less like a valuable person because she'd chosen not to have kids. And she felt
this is a real thing,
like she owed society a debt and she needed to pay that debt.
Owed society a debt?
Mm-hmm. And so what she does is that now she sacrifices her time
I'm so confused.
to babysit for her friends and family members who have got kids, because she's like, I needed to find some way to give back. And like, I feel like their time as parents is just more valuable than mine.
Absolutely not.
Like, where? What?
Absolutely not. That doesn't make any sense at all.
To her, it obviously does. But that's the thing about guilt.
I know. What I'm saying is it's how she's rationalized it in her mind. And this is what the study is, what you're calling it out. This guilt that we put on ourselves, and that we're just like, we should be one way. We should be showing up in some way. And then when we don't, we've somehow failed society. And for me, with this last woman, there's one thing where it's like, I feel guilty for not having children. But then to further take that and say, I owe a debt back to society because I chose not to have children.
I can understand where she's coming from. I'm not going to lie.
That's a lot. That's too much.
I can understand where she's coming from.
I don't know if you've seen, because oh gosh. There's so many things I'm thinking and so many things I'm feeling right now. And because I do think that women out there are walking around just with so much on themselves, and you put it down. You do not need to take this on. I don't know if that makes me think about this this thing that I saw recently on socials. It's going around. It's called girl math. Have you seen it? Okay. It really frustrates me for a number of reasons. And so many issues with this. But basically, there's this radio station down in Australia, I think. And I don't actually want to just put it on them, because I've seen it coming around a lot of places. But they've done the segment. And the last segment that I saw, they basically do this thing where they get a caller to call in and explain a purchase and find a way to justify them spending all of this money. Okay. So the one example was this girl called in and she was like, she spent, I can't remember the exact number, but she spent like, let's call it $1,000 on bed sheets. Okay. So $1,000 on bed sheets. And now, And so now we have to now try and justify the expense. And so she goes, okay, well, this is how my girl math brain worked it out. I basically am going to sleep on the sheets, I don't know, this many nights in a year, and I have a partner, so we divide that cost by 2. So it's basically like I've spent $500 on the sheets because it's me and him. And then I'm also going to sleep on the sheets probably for like the next 3 years, and that's 365 days, you know.
Are you not washing these sheets?
No, she's going to wash them, but she's saying like this, the usage is going to be so high that it's basically going to cost her at the end of the day like 30 cents a night, which is like nothing. Like it's absolutely nothing. It's totally fine. We've justified the expense.
Have we though? Because nothing you just said made any sense to me.
But that's the whole point of girl math. And there's so many stories. There was another story about a girl who came through and she spent, I can't remember what the number was. The number that's coming to my mind was like 5,600 Australian dollars. That's what I remember. Okay, I could be wrong. On Taylor Swift concert tickets. And so she spent this and she booked, so Taylor Swift was performing in Sydney. She booked a ticket for every single night that Taylor Swift was performing. It cost her $5,600. But because she'd bought the ticket so early in advance, she basically, on the day that she's going, she hasn't spent any money. She just has to pay for transport and food. And so it's basically free. And this is her justification for then spending the money and like all the rest of this.
I wasn't all that good at math in school, but this is not mathing.
No, it's not mathing. My issue with this, and I know that it's I know that it's supposed to be comical because I feel like you guys are going to come for me, and it's fine. I want you to know that I know. I know that it's supposed to be comical. I know that it's supposed to be funny. But when we do this thing where we allow the conversation to be about, oh, look, girls are so bad at money. Because in the comments, everyone is like, yeah, I do this all the time. At the expense of feeding my children. And I'm just like, what? And we're all silly. And I'm just like, what? This was a comment, by the way. I'm not just pulling that. This was a comment. And I was just like, and everyone was just like, lols, like all of the laughy emojis. I'm like, guys, we should not be celebrating this. Now, the other side of this was our male friends were just like, yeah, this is why women should not handle money. It's just furthering the work that we're trying to do on gender equity and all of those things. Yes. It's not great. I know that I sound like an angry feminist right now. I know, but this one really, really upsets me. It really upsets me because we can't be picked like, oh, girls are so bad at math.
But I don't get it though. I'm a girl.
I'm also a girl.
And the math is not mathing to me. So who is the mathing to? Because how are you rationalizing this thing?
I don't know. But that's the thing, because
now I'm sitting here like, am I the one who's not very bright? Because
the point of the thing is
it's not supposed to make sense.
It's not. It doesn't make sense. You find a way to justify this.
But there
so that
is
you
no
can spend the money.
Just spend the money if you're spending the money.
And then we call that girl math.
Spend the money with your chests. Like,
do you know what I mean?
I spent this. I bought sheets for $1,000. What you gonna do about it?
What are you gonna do about it? I'm gonna sleep soft tonight.
Yeah,
and I'm okay with that.
I don't know, 600 thread count.
I freaking love Taylor Swift.
800
I
thread
love
count.
her, so I'm going to every single night of her concert.
And own it. Why do we
need to justify it with girl math?
This is back to that conversation about if you're take your nose out of other people's money spending habits. Yes. Remember, we've said this thing let people spend the money they earn the way that they want to. It's not your business. Yeah. Leave them, because why do you have to justify to people? You should justify to yourself. But if it makes sense for you,
I know.
And if because there are times where it's above budget, you shouldn't do it, but you just want it, anyway. And you're just like,
you know what? This is what I needed in this moment.
Exactly.
I will deal with it later.
Exactly.
There's consequences for the action.
There are consequences for the action. You're clear that you're going to deal with that when you get there.
Go deal with it. I think that's what this joke is about. It's about giving this financial choice that you've made, allowing it to be like, I made a poor choice, but it's because I'm a girl. girl math.
That's my problem. Like, we all make poor
gosh. It upsets me. It upsets me so much. But now, okay, I mean, I digress. But the point I want to come back to is because if we look at this girl, in this study from Spain, I don't know where she came from. Whatever. The girl who was like, I owe my debt back to society. Okay, if we come back to her. What she's done, and I think it's maybe more of an important conversation to have, is girl logic as opposed to girl math. Okay? Because girl logic is maybe something that we need to do. Because as women, and this is what the study is showing, this is what I know to be true because I am a woman and because I am friends with many women. Women will find a way to justify giving a lot of themselves to other people, a lot of their time, a lot of their energy, a lot of their money, whether it's to a significant other who is maybe not deserving, or even if they are deserving, you know, we're not finding the time for us. And so I think the better conversation is, like I said, is to have it around girl logic. Yeah. And how do we challenge that?
How do we process these things?
How do we process that? Because for you to sit down and be like, oh, I've chosen not to have children, but I feel so guilty about it. I must now offer my debt back to society by taking care of other people's children.
No, but that was a wild one. I really just actually no.
Don't take that on.
I really want to understand what's going on in her life. That she's leading so far into this. But actually, you know what? I don't know that I want to know what's happening. I think that it's just going to be a lot happening over there. A lot happening over there, and. Because you're right. The way we process things, the way we see things, I've got things that I feel guilty about and I can't even explain why. And one that I want to call out is, you know how when something...
Okay, little chuckle.
Yeah, because it doesn't make sense. So you know this thing where something's happening in your life. Yeah. Like you feel like you live a charmed life. Like you've got... good health, you've got family, you've got loved ones, you've got a good job, you know, you've got some money in the bank, you've got nice clothes, all of the things. But then something happens and you hit a snag, whether it's health or mental health or like something bad happens. Yeah. And now you don't give yourself permission to go through it and grieve and feel all of the feelings because you're like, but there's people who have it worse. Because you're like, but I'm crying in a Mercedes. There's people who don't even have a house to live in. Yeah. Oh, but I'm crying because I don't have kids, but at least I'm married and I've got a nice house. There's people who don't. Yeah. And I'm like, it's okay. To understand and appreciate that there's people who have it worse off than you do, but that does not in any way take away diminish that you're also going through something. And I was reading a novel and I can't even remember what, but some of these authors sometimes are just very deep. And because it was lighthearted, but in it she was just like, there's no competition for pain. Pain is pain. There's no she has more or I have less. It's just pain. It's grief. It's sorrow. Like there's no need to compete to be like, oh, I can't feel my feelings because I know this person who's got it way worse than me. And you taking on this feeling guilty because you feel bad about your current situation. I understand there are, and it's valid. There's people who have it worse, but that doesn't mean that you can't go through what you're going through. And I feel that way a lot. I do this thing to myself so much. And I'm just like, I shouldn't be bitching about this thing. It's not even that bad.
Look, I mean, and there's something beautiful about taking the time to think about other people.
Definitely.
I think that if everyone just took a little bit of time to think about someone else just a little bit more, the world would probably be a bit of a better place, right? It's about striking the balance though, right? It's okay to also be a little selfish and think about yourself.
Is it even selfish though, friend? Are you being selfish? Because you're going through something as well.
Does the word selfish just naturally have a negative connotation?
Yes, it does.
Because I don't know that it should. To be self-focused.
But even then, you're.
It's okay to be self-focused. It's okay to stop and just go, you know what? Right now, what I need to do is focus on myself and give myself the time and the energy to go through this, or to go through this, or even if you're not going through something, because like these women are saying, this child thing, it's a lot of women feel it and are ashamed to speak up and be like, oh, I actually don't want children because of what the societal pressure will be, and society from people they don't know and from people that are within their own families.
Or sometimes it's just you.
Or sometimes even just you. Or sometimes
you
even just
are
you.
your own enemy. Sometimes it's just you. And I think that's something to work on. Sometimes it's just in your head. You're just deciding that, I should feel guilty. Society expects. My people expect. And probably everybody else is just busy living their own lives and like sorting out the things that they need to sort out. And they've not even thought about you yet. But you're here giving yourself heart palpitations because you think that you owe a debt. Yo, that thing rocked me.
Owe a debt to society. It's
that
crazy.
thing rocked me.
It's just crazy.
I don't think you should take that on.
Don't think you should take it on. Okay, so I wanna love game time. My favorite part. Okay,
There should be like
play a game.
What is it called? A foghorn.
A foghorn
For every time. Yeah.
Cancel or keep. If we should have like a little jingle. Cancel or keep.
What is it with you and
Cancel or keep.
jingles?
I just love to sing all the things all the time.
And I put you on a stage to sing, and then you just be like, no. See, I haven't even said it. I haven't even said it.
Don't make me do that.
But this is fun.
This is fun. I love these. Aura is our prop master. I just want to say I had nothing to do with these.
I made
but
these.
But they're so great.
I'm going to let you all in on a little secret.
Oh, yeah?
This is a pedicure file.
Your foot file?
Yep, that one.
I mean, you know what? You are a woman with a plan.
DIY it.
You're a woman with a plan. Okay, so we're going to play a game called Cancel or Keep. Okay, I'm going to list a few things and we're going to vote whether or not we should cancel them or keep them.
Okay, do I need to be worried going into this game? Are you throwing something at me that's going to get me cancelled?
Heavy.
I just want to know if I need to protect myself here.
I don't know. Let's see.
All right.
Trust exercise of all trust exercises. Okay, I think this one is actually pretty easy because we've been talking about it the whole time. Should we cancel or keep female guilt?
Oh, do you want to keep it? No.
Absolutely cancel it. And I just want to take this moment. If you're someone out there who needs permission to let go of your female guilt, I don't know what authority I have in your life, but if you need someone to be like, it's okay to put it down, I give you this permission. Put it down, girl. Put it down. You're fine.
That was
Rest.
funny.
Choose peace. Okay.
Choose peace.
Choose peace. Okay. Cancel or keep. Okay, this one I think is important. All of the work that's happening in AI and robotics. AI and robotics. This AI thing is terrifying. For me at least, I see the value. Do not get me wrong. It's amazing. But what's concerning for me is when we've got videos now of Frank Sinatra singing Nicki Minaj's super bass. How did you do that? How did we do that? How did we do that? Because now you're going to Photoshop me into... You want to keep it? Explain your position, ma'am.
Because everything that's ever been new in the history of the world was always scary at some point. And when we're still figuring it out, it's going to go chaotic. There's going to be misuse. There's going to be this. There's going to be that. But when we get to a point where we fully understand and have now mastered it, we kind of will wrangle it back together. In any case, when the world comes to an end, we've got limited choices. We've either got technology or we've got zombies. I choose technology.
You choose technology?
I'm not for this zombie life.
I choose the zombies.
No. The robots should just rise up and that's technology. Yes, that's it. My phone, my tab. I'm happy. I don't do zombies.
Because I hear you. I hear you on the technology thing, and it's actually a very, very important thing. Every time anything new has landed, everyone has freaked out about it. But it's been amazing, and our lives are good and easy now because of it. I do not deny that there will be a lot of great things that come out of AI. But the negative is what I'm worried about because people are inherently flawed. So people are going to take AI and use it to do bad and horrible things.
People have used social media to do all the horrible.
I'm saying that this is going to be on a different level. Like there's going
to be governing bodies eventually. We're going to right now, there's so much.
Even
there's
Elon
so much havoc.
was like, "Stop, don't do it."
If they can cure cancer with that
I'm
thing,
a hard
if we
middle
can
grounder
help
here.
people with Alzheimer's with that thing, I'm not middle grounded. We keep it. I'm
Ah,
petrified. I'm gonna be
that's
honest with you.
true.
It
So
scares
much
me.
good. So
but
much
I'm just
good.
like, if we can
I
do good
flip-flop
with
on
it,
this one.
it's
Sorry,
fine. It's
I
fine.
do.
We will deal with the fallout.
I don't know.
Like I said, we are not getting out alive anyway. We're all gonna go meet Jesus at some point. So
Keep saying this. It's so
it's
funny.
true. It's the
Okay.
reality.
It's true. Okay. Cancel or keep. Social media. Social media.
I just want to say she set me up before I respond.
Why? Why did I set you up? How could I possibly have done that already?
You know what? We've got no leg to stand on.
I say keep it.
We gotta keep it. Our podcast depends on it.
Oh, okay. There's that. But also, yes, I have keep
Also,
it.
social media is the worst of the worst and the best of the best.
Exactly.
It's like a good time.
It's so tough.
But it's also just like,
Let's ask this question. What is the right age to be on social media? Because that maybe is important. Because I think a large part of why we are semi-okay individuals, I say
because we didn't have it growing up.
We didn't have it growing up.
Agreed.
We didn't have it when we were 13 and weird and awkward and
didn't even know who or what we were.
And our whole
not like we
beings
know
were being
now,
shaped. But do you know what I mean? Like we were being influenced.
Oh my God, Cass.
I
Have
can't.
you watched the reboot of Gossip Girl?
I have not watched it because I don't want to damage
don't watch it.
Because I love
Don't watch
Gossip
it.
Girl.
I'm traumatized. And
it
it's
bad?
I'm not
Is it bad?
not a young
Is it
person.
bad?
It's not that it's bad. It's not that it's bad. Like production wise, I the thing is, I'm so traumatized. I don't know if it's bad.
Okay.
But my thing is, these are high schoolers, right? These are people who are, 15, 16.
Yeah.
The things they are dealing with at that age, I'm just like you're
what?
too young.
Like what? I haven't watched it.
Drug addiction. And some of them are going to rehab. And how now they've got social media and they can decide they want to destroy somebody in school. And now they're filming, there's sex tapes going out. They're spreading lies on social. They're destroying each other. It's what? So to your point,
Crazy.
Our generation is problematic, but we didn't even have social media.
We didn't even have social media.
Imagine if we did.
I can't. It would. I don't think
I
it
think
would be
you're
good.
right. I don't know that. I think that at their age,
Like I honestly feel like social media should be like alcohol. You can drink
18.
it when you're 18. Or unless you're in a land where it's 21. And I genuinely feel bad for you if that's where you live. But 18. That's when you should be allowed to be on social media.
The thing is, there's young people. There's people like Greta who are doing great things with social.
Oh, Greta.
There's that kid who's that YouTuber kid.
I know that. Okay, but should we not allow kids to just be kids? Just be kids and save the world later. I don't know. Because
Are we saying that child star? Well, we are saying it. Because child stars, they start off young.
Yeah, and look
they
at them
are
now.
successful. And
Not all of them. Not all of them. And again, I've said this before, the negative stories are always louder than the positive ones.
Exactly.
But the big ones that come to mind, Lindsay, Brittany.
All right.
I don't know. I think that we should keep social media.
We keep social media.
But cancel it if you are under the age of 16.
I say keep it and heavily monitor.
Heavily monitor.
Heavily monitor if you are under the age of 16.
With that, don't forget to like us and subscribe.
On social media,
Okay. Cancel or keep. This is the last one.
all right.
Social constructs. So social constructs like money, race.
Oh.
Yes. Yeah. Imagine, because a lot of why we fight as human beings is because it's because of social constructs.
Yeah, money,
social constructs
love,
that we've put into the world.
oh.
Right? We've got money. Now money makes the world go round. People fight and kill each other over
makes the
money.
world go
Whatever. Race. So many
Race
people
is a
fight about race.
problem.
It's such a big thing. Imagine if that thing wasn't a thing. Imagine.
But here's the thing, Cass. You can't just lump them all together and cancel them. Some of the reason why our world works and is not as chaotic as it should be is because of social constructs.
I'm with you.
So that's like saying...
Just for reference, I definitely think we should keep social constructs.
Okay, I'm not friends with a mad person. All right? Yes, we're keeping it.
We're keeping social
constructs.
Some
of them need to be reworked.
Sure.
Some of them need to be reworked. Some of them need to be cancelled. Some of them we need to have chats about. Like as human beings, can we just have like one large board meeting, calling all members of the human race?
Imagine how chaotic that would be.
I would film that. I would put that on TV.
Of course, you're there for the story. That's why you're there.
Chaos
for me, my crisis comes is just like I can't.
Chaos. It would be the greatest reality show of all time. I can see that happening.
But imagine a world. Imagine a world where there's no money. There's no race. Everyone looks the same.
Everyone looks the same. No.
The same skin color.
No. We keep it as it is. We take the constructs away because you're mixing up the constructs and the biology now. The skin colors exist. Humans are the ones who decided that those skin colors mean something.
But what I'm saying is because humans are so inherently flawed.
No, that's like saying
remove the skin color.
Saying. Because we're all different heights, right?
Yeah.
But then we have made that a thing, haven't we?
We have.
So take it out. We're just all humans. We're tall, we're short, we're black, we're white. Take all of that out. Everybody's people.
But that's not taking away the social construct. That's taking away how people perceive
the construct. Because we're the ones, like humans are the ones who told humans that there's a thing called race. When you were a child, did you know what skin meant?
No.
All you knew was friend or not friend. I like this person in my class. I don't like this person in my class.
Yes.
You didn't care about what their skin color was. You don't know.
It's true.
We all just played together. And as we grew up, is when we realized that's a boy. I shouldn't be close friends with a boy.
In a world, though, with no money, and everyone is the same skin color.
And that's a boring world.
Same height.
That's a very boring world.
It is a boring world. It's so boring.
We're all the same color. That's like a vanilla world.
But
not that vanilla's bad, but my favorite, Cake Social, the one we like is vanilla.
Cake Social. We talk about Cake Social a lot.
Too much. And it's not sponsored. They don't even know us.
Don't know that we exist. But yeah, that's it for cancel or keep.
What we're keeping this.
I do think that it's important that we keep the social constructs and today.
Then we work
but
on
the way they are processed needs to
change.
Agreed.
Yo, you scared me there for a minute. I was just like, whoa, what is happening? Okay. Aligned. Fine. That's fine. That's okay.
Okay, so that's the end of our chats for today. How do you feel? I'm okay. You're okay? What are you going to put down? Put stuff down, all right?
Oh, snap.
In your female guilt.
I'm going to go away and process that. That is my response. That's a safe response.
My response to that is, leave me alone. I'm working on it.
Nicely done.
Thank you very much.
We will see you guys on social at Leave Me Alone. I'm working on it on Instagram, on YouTube. I got it right. I'm very proud of myself.
Congratulations.
And on TikTok.
And also wherever you listen to podcasts, don't forget to subscribe
and like and download and share and do all of the things.
All of the good things.
And we will see you soon. Okay, love you. Bye.
Okay, love you. Bye.
Hey, thanks for listening. Please don't forget to like and subscribe anywhere and everywhere you find your podcasts. You can also watch and subscribe on YouTube and follow us on Instagram and TikTok. Okay, love you. Bye.